Good, and thank you for the speaker, 5 minutes each, or maybe not 5 in total, some of them. Good, and thank you for facilitating me, Alaska Corner. Minister, look, I appeal to you. I mean, I cannot believe what's going on here, that you, the Green Party now in government with the two big parties, who have had a hand in dealing with this for a long time, are colluding now to keep these records and to have them put away out of reach for 30 years. I mean, the records that we get now from national records that I got here in the archives is a 20-30-year limit. These survivors, God help us, they've suffered long enough. Some of them have suffered for 14, 50 years and another 30 years. What are you trying to do? You've made all kinds of excuses and platitudes, and I hear some of your backbenchers saying it as well, that they want, you know, what you're doing is the right thing. I don't know, is it? I don't believe it is. And I don't believe, you know, that you're making the proper effort. And you mentioned the briefing. I certainly, us in the Rural Independent, we didn't receive any briefing from you. And I don't think we were invited to it either. If we were, I stand corrected, but I didn't see anything like that. So we'd like to be all treated equally here as groups. We all have met the survivors. Indeed, I met them today. And I met Rosie McKinney and her daughter, Megs. They need justice outside, and their supporters. And I want to thank them all for the many thousands of emails that they've sent us over the last a number of weeks, and the dignified manner. And you can see the raw emotion. You can see the hardship. You can see the pain. You can see the trauma in their writing and in the phone calls and the ones we engage with on the street here. And this is 2020, in the middle of a so-called pandemic. And you know, hardships have been experienced by many people, but this is a hardship that went on supposedly in a murky past, and we should be well able to deal with it and deal with it sensibly and appropriately now. I can understand why you say that you want to, that you're afraid that the records might be lost if you don't pass this legislation. Any legislation that's rushed is bad legislation. And, you know, we all know that. And we've, goodness knows, we've rushed enough of it here in the last 6 or 7 months. And we're rushing more of it tomorrow and Friday. And it's draconian. It'll create a tyranny, actually, some of it. But it's going to be rushed through and even majority. And that's what you want to do. And I think it's an awful situation for the people of our country to be in. But here in this, we've had experience. We've had investigations and reports upon reports. And I listened with great interest to Deputy Kenny and others. And I know Deputy Conley, I look forward to hearing her. They're closer to the situation where they live, and people in Roscommon and Deputy Nocton, and they understand more what went on in Tuam. But this is a sad situation, and it's a sad way to go about it. So you're saying that you're passing this legislation to protect the records, but we believe that by passing this legislation, you're putting the records way beyond arm's length. A truck of Beleen and News, 30 more years. The families, the children, the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren won't be able to get the records. They're entitled to the records. That's the very least they should be entitled to. And all the wrongdoing was done must be put right. So I'm pleading with you, but I suppose it's going to fall on deaf ears, because as another speaker said, unfortunately, these debates, and all debates, but these very sensitive debates that should be sensitive in any case, are happening here. You make up your mind with advice from the AG or whoever, or the Cabinet Subcommittee, or the Department of Health and Children, and you make up your mind and you get the whip out, and everyone has to be whipped into line. That's no way to deal with a sensitive issue like this. Where's the new parties? Where's the new governance? Where's the, you know what I mean, the change? Why does it have to be adversarial and confrontational in a situation like this, when the people out there deserve our honest and our best foot forward in dealing with their issues sensitively and respectfully, and indeed, you know, with a sense of, you know, decent taste, not indecent taste like you have here. To rush this bill through here tonight, and indeed the Senate last week, and I got many complaints about after the debate in the Senate as well. So, Minister, I'm appealing to you because the people are entitled to it. And as far as TUSLA is concerned, given the records of TUSLA, I'm 100% opposed to that. I have little faith in TUSLA. But what is TUSLA after all? A lot of good people working in TUSLA, but I have more complaints about TUSLA. It's unbelievable to fill a book. And what was it? A big section of the HSE that was just hived off into a new body called TUSLA, with no proper training, no proper scrutinising, and no proper setup. And worse than that, no proper accountability. I have some awful harrowing cases that are ongoing here. And members of the Gardaí will tell you that cases that ring you on Friday evening because they're going off for the weekend, and they'll get the Gardaí to intervene to take families away. And these are very sensitive and delicate issues, and I'm not going to be judgmental on them, but I don't have the faith in Tusla to have these records. I don't have any faith in Tusla, and I am pleading to you to not bury these records in the way you're going, because history won't be kind to you.
Thank you, Deputy.